apply your knowledge. First part. So the first problem here is identify the valid host of the subnet 220.32.59.0, okay, 27/27. So there are 4 options given here. So we have to identify which of the following is a correct or a valid host of the subnet, of the given subnet. Okay, now, so first step, what we are going to do means we have to identify the class. So if you see 220, so 220 belongs to class C. So the class of this IP address is, belongs to class C. Okay. Now, for a class C IP address, what is the default subnet mask? So the default subnet mask. So the default subnet mask is 255.0. So this is the default subnet mask. So if you see the CIDR value, so it is 24. Okay, that is the default one. Now, if you see the IP address given here, that means the subnet ID given here. So it is 27. So that means 27 minus 24. So this is equal to 3. That means what we are understanding from this means, so 3 bits have been borrowed here. So they borrowed 3 bits in the 4th octet and they are doing subnetting. So that is the meaning. Okay, now subnet ID. So what is the subnet ID means? So it is clearly given here 220.32.59.0. So this is the subnet ID given here. Okay, now for this subnet we have to identify what is the first host ID. Now the first host ID is 220.32.59. In the last octet 3 bits have been borrowed. So now I'm taking the last octet, the 8 bits available here. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 bits have been borrowed here. The remaining 5 bits, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. So remaining 5 bits, it is going to be in the host part. So this is your host part and this is going to be the subnet part, and then the whole thing is going to be your network. So the network part. Now, so the subnet is the first subnet we are taking, that is a 0. So it is given here in the problem itself, it is given as 0. Okay. Now we have to identify what is the first host ID. So the first host ID is, we have to make the last bit 1. So if you make the last bit 1, that is going to be your, that means in the host part, if you make the last bit 1, it is going to be your first host ID. So now, so the first host ID here is 220.32.59. So dot 1. Okay, so if you just make it here 1, it is going to be 1. So this is going to the first host ID. Now I'm going for the last host ID. So what is the last host ID means? So we have to make everything 1 except the last bit 0. Okay, so in the host part, if you make all the bits 1 except the last bit, means it is going to be your last host ID. So the last host ID is going to be 220.32.59. So here I'm going to apply the place values here. So now 1 place value here. So this is going to be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So these are the place values. So you can add the place value now. 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. Now, so this is equal to 220.32.59. So 16 plus 4, 20, 28 plus 2, 30. So now this is going to be the last host ID. So any host ID from 1 to 30, it is going to be a valid one. So if you see the options given here, 64 is the, so 64 is not in the range, 17 is the 160, 128. So 17 is a valid host. So 220.32.59, 17. So this is a valid host. So the answer for this problem is B.